I wasn't going to do a live feed tonight, but I guess I had to. You know, just say sometimes I think addictions, every other disease, bipolar, schizophrenia, whatever. I've been called every one of them the last little while. But I learned over the last little while, I think it's all a mental illness. Because I've been clean for a couple of years, as I say. And it wasn't really for the last couple of months that my mind really started playing tricks on me. And I started realizing that I had a mental illness. I'm starting to shake it off. I had one of the best weekends I had in a long time. I've been on the go all weekend, enjoying myself and visiting everybody. Hello, Dorothy. I love you, sweetheart. Visiting everybody. Out for a little run on my bike. Had fun with my girlfriend. I'm really feeling good. I'm excited. But I had to say something because we all got to stick together, you know. I had a lovely little girl talking to last few nights ago, and she said, "Harold, you're like a little angel," she said. "I never found no one that I could ever listen to." And I spent an hour talking to her. I thought I was getting to her. But she ended up taking a handful of sleeping pills, I guess 6 o'clock in the morning, ended up in hospital. Very sad. I hope she's going to be okay. And it's for them little reasons that I'm going to keep on going. You know? I start reading my big book. I'm going to start learning. Got my big book and my Bible. You know, you can use the big book for everything, because the big book originated first from Bill. He was an alcoholic that could never get it straight, and he was a doctor, a very prominent doctor back in the day. He could never get it straight, and then one day he met another doctor, and they came up with a solution and a way for alcoholics to get better. I use it for drug addiction too. There's NA books, but everything originates from AA. And, you know, this book can help people get sober. If you ever want to start reading the big book, it could help you get sober, I promise. Then if you went to meetings, I think you really got a chance of getting sober if you go to some meetings with it, along with the big book. You know, when Bill started to write this book, he noticed, you know, how society puts a stigma on people. You're an alcoholic, you got to be a piece of shit or something. But it's not, you know. Like Bill said, the average Americans, all sections of this country, and many of its occupants are represented as well in political, economic, social, religious backgrounds. We are people who normally would not mix. But in AA, everybody's welcome. They don't care what you are. They don't care how much money you got. They will welcome you and they will help you. And the AA community, I'm telling you right now, people, if you want to get sober, these people will treat you like better than brother and sisters. These people will do anything for you in this community. I'm going to go to a meeting tomorrow. These people will do anything in the world for you. You know? And they came up with a tedious fact. For everyone that suffers with alcoholism, there is a common solution. We have a way out which we can absolutely agree upon, and upon which we can join in brotherly and harmonious action. This is great news. This book carries to those who suffer from alcoholism. The big book is the way to help you. You know, and some people say, well, I'm not an alcoholic, I only drink 5 a day. There's lots of different types of alcoholics. There's a moderate drinker. Moderate drinkers have little trouble in giving up liquor entirely if they have a good reason for it. They can take it or leave it alone. Then there is a certain type of hard drinker. He may have it badly enough to gradually impair him physically, mentally. It may cause him to die a few years before his time. But what about the real alcoholic? He may start off a moderate drinker. He may not become a continuous hard drinker, but at some stage of his drinking career, he begins to lose all control of his liquor consumption when he starts to drink. I'm one of the puzzling ones. I'm what you call it. I'm a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde when I was drinking in my day. I was seldomly mildly intoxicated. I was always drunk or insanely drunk. My disposition while drinking resembles his normal nature but little. He may be one of the finest fellows in the world, yet let him drink for a day and he frequently becomes disgustingly and even dangerously antisocial. He has positive genius for getting to exactly the wrong moment, particularly when some important decision must be made or engagement kept. He is often perfectly sensible and well balanced concerning everything except liquor. But that respect he is incredibly dishonest and selfish. When I drank to get loaded, and I was really selfish, really dishonest. But remember, there's always a way off it, boys. And anybody suffered to drinking, if you haven't got the courage to go to AA or go by the big book, I'll help you with different parts of the big book. I'll read them to you offline or private inbox if you want me to take you through it and talk to you about it. Because it's a better life if you get it together. You know, and this is the reason I try to get it together and be good now, because I don't need to be judged by anybody else in the world. I'm at a place in my life where I don't care what anybody else says about me. Our worry is about God. Alright? Acts 17, page 703 of the Bible. Because he had it appointed a day in which he will judge the world in righteousness. And by that man whom he hath ordained, he hath given assurance unto all, in that he hath raised him from the dead. So, the only one that wants to judge me is God. And that's why I'm going to keep working to help people. Because, man, the insanity I just came out of, I can't believe that I'm so positive and still going to take it. I took the licking, I'm going to keep on ticking. And it's a hard road. And people shouldn't be scared of it. Like I said, even 2 years into recovery, I still has a lot of hard days. It's real. But it's worth fighting for. Because every day I get to hear someone that's dying. People crying out to me that got people in Newfoundland, but they're asking me to fly down from Ontario just to take them to an AA meeting or an NA meeting. They're so scared. You know? It's sad. We really got to come together and step up. I just can't do this on my own. You know, a little girl, you know, she messaged me the other night. You know, Harold, she said, I feel like you're the only one I got. Will you please come down from Ontario, take me to an AA meeting? Broke my heart. I didn't have no money to get on a plane. She took a handful full of sleeping pills after that, and she tried to kill herself. Nice girl with 2 kids. I see the children, beautiful. I talked to their mom, beautiful. She don't do drugs or drink. She don't know what went wrong. Well, I knows what went wrong is the government. Like I said, we're all born with a mental illness. It's bigger than drug addiction or being a junkie or an alcoholic. Everybody's got a mental illness. It's just some people's never wake up because they don't suffer no trauma. As I said, we're all traumatized. Soon as we're born, you go 9 months in your mother's belly. It's very warm. It's very nice. It's very safe. Then at the end of 9 months, you're born. Your head pops out. It's all cold. The world is big. It's full of noise. You're traumatized right away. You got to carry that forever. And the world is designed with negativity. You turn on the news, it's all negative. People dying. Negativity, negativity, negativity. The computers, negativity, 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 negativity. They're programming the children wrong. If you think addiction is bad now, boy, it's only going to get worse. Because the kids' minds are rotted. And nobody's doing the right amount. There's some kids that they're just shoving into AA or they're shoving into rehab that ain't going to help them because they never dealt with their emotional issues that cause the addictions and mental illness. Whether it's sexual abuse or, you know, they don't deal with the underlying problems. So it's time for everybody to get serious. You know, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and I'm going to get better at it. I got some information a young lady gave me last night too, that it's nearly proof how young people can be prone to addiction. And I'm going to put some information on after this on my wall that I received last night. So, you know, anybody out there struggling today, get real, because this is dangerous, okay? I'm 53. 3 years ago, I lived in a $900,000 house. 2 months ago, I lived in a $500,000 house. Today, I live in a basement apartment with someone else. And I love it because this is where I'm supposed to be. I never cared for nothing materialistic anyway. No. I'm going to preach me life of addictions and help people. Save up my Chrysler money. I'm going to travel a bit whenever I get time off. I want to go see Ireland first. And I'm going. Me and my girlfriend might go to Mexico. Or somewhere, probably Jamaica together. I'm going to live life. But everybody out there, remember, you could lose everything you got if you're drinking or doing drugs. Don't think it can't happen to you. In the world of AA and NA, it's only a matter of time. And, you know, if you're doing the drugs or drinking and you don't want to hit rock bottom, you better stop because you're going to get there. Some people's rock bottom is death. Some people's just have no material stuff, living on the street. Mine kind of when I got divorced. I found I was a failure. I failed at my marriage. I wasn't happy with that. But now I'm going to get it straight because I'm not going no further. I'm going to educate, read, and get ready to help ye. Read me Bible. Read me big book. Read all me books. And I'm going to be here to help you, because there is a real need for people helping. Because there's not many people wants to get real about their addiction. And I can understand them, because it's pretty embarrassing. But the only way to get better is don't be embarrassed. I love you all. I'm going to go relax now, do some reading. If there's anything you ever want to talk about, inbox me. If anybody's interested, I can do sessions every day and do some chapters of the big book, if it's going to help people with drinking and that or something. Probably I can have a big book study. I might start a big book study. If people are interested, probably I can start a big book study and just start reading from the big book for you. And we can come up with our own conclusions and stuff. Pick apart the big book and speak about it. Either way, let me know. Good night. God bless. Be nice to people. Just try to be nice to everybody you meet. Everybody's got a problem and everybody's got a story. And everybody's someone's child. Love you. Peace out. Real Talk Addictions.